A Peruvian gaucho named Bruno said dancing is one thing I do know. A woman is fine, a sheep is divine, but a llama's numero uno. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to Arequipa, Peru. This city is the second largest in the country, home to over 1.5 million inhabitants and 7,000 feet in the air. It is nicknamed the White City. Pretty based, pretty Chad Pill, the White City. It's European compared to the rest of Peru. You see we got a nice double-decker in the Plaza de Armas. Usually in these plazas there's like a warlord in the center, but here they commemorate water. Pretty beautiful. This entire basilica is built with the ash of the volcano, which gives it the white hue. 1170, the Mayans came around. They conquered the place and left 3,000 soldiers behind. Fast forward to 1540. You've got the one and only Francisco Pizarro. Conquered this place. Now everyone's speaking Spanish. And then in the 1820s, the Peruvian War of Independence. Arequipa was left with the nickname, the City of Leaders. I'm telling you, this place has desert power. We're growing arachis on this bit, Shai Halud. All made out of volcanic ash. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. War. War never changes, man. So we're gonna head outside the city 4 miles. We gotta bust through all 1.5 million inhabitants, and then we will see what the city is known for. 3 massive, active volcanoes ready to blow. We'll be able to see those once we get outside of town. Headed down the main shopping strip on our way to the outskirts of the city. We haven't seen this traffic since Buenos Aires. Telling you, is a little bit more European than the other cities we've been seeing. And coming straight from Cusco, the streets here are much wider, which makes for more inconsiderate riffraff willing to sleep on the streets. They keep their police presence heavy. We're gonna keep pushing on. I kind of miss Cusco. I spent 3 weeks there, and honestly, I could go back right now. One thing I don't miss, the ayahuasca cults, the hordes of lesbian middle-aged women. This is a younger city, you could feel it. Well over 3 miles to go until we get to see the volcanoes the city is known for. But first, what's good with this market? Playing Frogger as one does. It's like we got some trinkets, got some belts, got some jewelry. The ladies love this city, and there's plenty of them. We got olives, and it just keeps going. But you gotta watch out. These got some sneaky old bends in the streets. I'm used to my New York grid style. We just got turned south, and that could have added an extra mile to the trip. In that Plaza de Armas yesterday, there were 50 garbage trucks circling the entire thing. I got in on an early bus overnight. I was sitting there with my camera hoping things would pop off. It was a civil show of disaffection. Happy we got to see some cats, some little bunnies there. We're not talking about war today. Getting to the edge of the city, running to the hills. We have busted our way through to Plaza Copac. That's the Incan general who I was saying left 3,000 men here. He's like, wait here, I'm gonna go take over Chile. And it worked. You're gonna get your first look here at the Misty Volcano. It's over 19,000 feet, and it's aptly named. You would think you could see it from here, but it's not mist that's in the way, it's smog. And while we have made our way out of the first cut, the urban circle, the smog ain't gonna stop. We should be able to get our eyes on all three of the major volcanoes, but for now, we enjoy one more park before the big climb. I thought it was gonna be one of these Arequipa signs, so I could make a bigger ass out of myself in front of it. But this bench will do. Now you could get yourself a real look at the volcano. See, there's multiple types of pollution, that which is in the air and that which is in your ears. This guy drives up and down the street all day and blasts the speaker about his oranges. Everybody's going downtown. It's about to be the weekend. Sometimes you gotta escape the pollution. Mount Misty, here we come. Looky here. That's the northwestern volcano. You're getting your first look at it. I stopped at the secret store, got us some libations, lost a hat while we're at it. Now we are headed to the outer limits of town, probably half a mile left. Let's go. Instead of trees, they have cactuses. Don't touch. Whoa, they've been de-needled. This place kind of looks like LA. And I'm not just saying that because of the heavy ethnic makeup. For real, it's arid. This is some desert power right here. We're about to be one with the Fremen and sleep upon a dune tonight. We have arrived at the final skibbity before the climb. I was hoping to stay on this mountain over here, but this seems to be like a military base. There's a firing range over the wall. But right here, just a little something for you and me. We have got the Arequipa bullfighting ring. This is an industrial town, as you can see. The smog in the air is mostly because of all the mining that goes on. Old cars like these don't put a fart of CO2 out. There's a lot of mines, and it's looking like we're not gonna be able to get into the bullfighting ring. So we're gonna have to probably navigate another 2 miles north of this military base. This would have been nice to see. And then we'll be a-camping. I low-key wish this hat fell and I didn't remember it. This isn't even my hat. Somebody left it in the hostel. I thought I'd give it one last ride. Who the hell makes hats out of leather? Sweat my ass off out here. Well, it's time for a major plan change. This entire area is a military training ground. And while I would love to play the most epic game of hide and seek tonight with the Peruvian military, I think we're gonna have to re-contemplate. Over this way is the infamous river that runs through town. It's called Chili. So instead of sleeping on Misty, I think we're gonna get a bit chilly tonight. The title still stands above Arequipa, and to hold true to my word, I'll send you guys up in the sky now. Beautiful views coming while I hoof it another 5 miles. As you can see, we have made it to the river. Out here on the edge of town, you got your sheep, got your farmers working the field. Both volcanoes looking imposing. This is just another type of nature, you know, the city, it's made by humans. It's technically nature. This is the stuff we came to Arequipa for. Be down by the river in a minute, tent set up, with some dinner in our bellies. Well, this was our only bridge across the river, and this entire area appears to be a retirement home. So the military gets the mountains, the old people get the valley. The hell am I supposed to go? This is an amazing river. Chilly. The old people got this entire complex, and it's friggin' empty. Where are all the old people at? Here you see Chicani, the major northwestern volcano, over 19,000 feet high. Security is pretty heavy. They keep trolling up and down this road because further down another mile is the old people's golf course. Not a lot of space to enjoy nature, but I think we'll just find somewhere to post up. Is this the city of smog or the land of leaders? Pizarro thought so. I'm skirting along the side of somebody's farm here because I think it's our only chance at stealth. Goddamn old people hogging up the entire river. Goddamn military taking all the mountains. Over there, you can see Misty as well. I cracked one early. This is why I went to the store. The secret store stop. We got a copper wick. These kind of taste like corn. Did you know? Chicken McNuggets are 90% corn. I'm an American. I like corn syrup in my beer. We gotta find somewhere to camp. Cows over there. We might be right across from them. But this is our last look at glory. And it's kind of promising. Oh yeah. Methinks this will do. This is a Smeagol campsite. It's not that good, but the greed shall consume me. And I think we post up here for a good night. Someone beat us to it with their mics hard. You have to hate your drink to be a man. Copperwick. Drink it. This is looking good. This is looking about we good. The only thing that sketches me out stealth-wise are these homes. I don't think the cows are gonna tattletale on us. We're in good hands. Let's go a little bit further just to see. This is some deep vinage. I made fun of the middle-aged lesbians who are in ayahuasca cults before. I feel like Pachamama is grabbing me with every step. This could be epic. This could be epic. I don't know, it's a little bit small. I could fit a tent here, but it looks like it's a little bit trashed already. Let's see if we could get over. Yeah, dude. Kinda trashed. Right here, it would be a little bit cramped. I think we head back up. I think we put the tent here so we have cover from the buildings up there. Is this what it looks like underneath a farm? Not very rich soil. Ladies and gentlemen, it's dinner time. We are going with the cheap South American ramen, Belt. Some tuna, and of course, pesto. Classic beatnik meal. Is that on fire? Beatnik meal down by the river. Cusco was a wild ride. Look at my ankles. That's why we're not climbing that. I hit it pretty well. I've got a shattered ankle. I did a number on that thing, and still I want to return to Cusco. I was in the middle of a pretty big mission, but that's just a failed one. Something silly that happened on the train back from Machu Picchu's is, they do this fashion show to try to sell like a llama brand of clothing. So they have people going up and down the aisle for over 45 minutes. I had trout poisoning. My stomach was exploding. So I had to hobble down the aisle, clenching my butt cheeks. People thought I was doing a catwalk trying to sell some llama clothes. But after they do the whole fashion show, they bring out the holy jester, as the Incans used to have. And you know how French travelers, they're always too uptight, they act like they're too cool for everything? The holy jester pulled out the most French guy and made them dance up and down the aisle. So I did the poo in my pants dance as an American, and the French people got chosen by the holy jester. We're gonna chow down on some instant ramen in just a minute. Ooh. It's time for dinner, y'all. I wish you could smell the pesto. And we have got our second Koperwick. Arequipa, lesser known fact. Over just this past year, 65 1.5 magnitude earthquakes occurred. These friggin' volcanoes are ready to blow. And at least we got to see it before this place Pompeii's. In 1868, the biggest earthquake in Arequipa history happened. 25,000 people got clapped. I just spat on the camera. Cheers. Pesto goes well with the tuna. Ramen is always perfect. As long as there's no earthquake tonight, I think it's gonna be a nice morning. These cows will moo us awake. We'll shuffle on out of here before any angry farmers get in. Can you imagine an earthquake where 25,000 people die? What are they waiting on here? There's 65 earthquakes a year. I can't believe it. This food is so good. I'm gonna hammer this, sip on that Kowalski, and get settled in for sunfall. The sun has retreated over the valley. We are in the darkness. Gonna pop one more Koperwick here. Cheers. This is basically me for the night. Just gonna hang out with the cows, take it easy. But first, the cryptids of Peru. I'm from New Jersey. We got the Jersey Devil. People have been seeing mantis men recently. The valleys of Peru are haunted by something they call La Yuma. It's a witch, and legend has it, she studied black magic until her head came off, literally. In valleys of Peru, La Yuma can be seen floating with red eyes and white hair, preying on unsuspecting foes. Let's hope I don't wake up to La Yuma and just the moo of the cows. So beautiful. Kind of looks like Pisac with all the things. P-sac. That's a funny word. I think my favorite Peruvian cryptid is the pish taco. Probably because it sounds like fish taco. The pish taco is a vampire-like entity. Pish taco, he lures you into the jungle and feasts on your body fat. So all these tribes in the Andes, they refuse aid from US companies because they think it's Pish Taco trying to fatten them up. There is some credence to the story. In 2009, in the town of Huanco, Peru, 60 people went missing. They think it's El Pistaco. Bodies were found bludgeoned and beheaded. And the worst part of it, a dozen of the bodies were hung upside down with candles underneath to melt away their body fat. Maybe the Incans found out first. We don't have to wait for Hat Man to take us over. Any empire that gets too big, Pistaco will eat the fat off of you. This is me for the night, guys. I will check in with you all tomorrow morning after a beautiful camp out in La Umas Valley. Just playing. The Chili River in Arequipa. Let's go! That might have been La Yuma. Looked like a giant wabbit. Yee doggy. My friends, we made it through the night. Very peaceful, very relaxing. The river to the left, the mountains to the right. Looks a little bit less foggy today, so maybe we'll see some of the volcanoes in the outro. But that's it for me. Another successful camp out, escaping from the center of the city. Make sure to sub up. Make sure to like up. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!